Celebrate growth, not just medals. Trust me, the medals, the trophies, all of that stuff fades. But how about your child stepping into the ring for the very first time and conquering their fear of getting hit? How about the first time they step on the pitcher's mound and they've got to be the pitcher? They're the one that the team is relying on to strike everything out. How about the first time they did that and they conquered that fear? They were so afraid, but guess what? They did it. They overcame. Celebrate those things. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of Off the Mat. My name is Josh Dumoulin, and I'm actually just here by myself here. You know what? I've had a few things on my mind here, and I wanted to scribble a bunch of stuff down here, and I wanted to come at you guys here just by myself because I had all this stuff on my mind, and I wanted to just get it out here. So, listen, if you're listening here, parents, this one is for you. If you want to raise a strong, confident, disciplined young athlete, whether it's in sports or martial arts, buckle up here. This one's for you guys here. I got the 22 things you need to hear even if nobody's had the guts to tell them to you. Number one, get them to class. Get them on the field on time every time. Listen, there is nothing worse than when you show up late for something. Everybody's in practice, everybody's warming up, they're halfway through the warm-up, they're already through things, and they're just getting there. They're a little bit late, they're scrambled, they're trying to find themselves, and it's going to take them another 10, 15 minutes to actually get themselves focused on the class, on the field, whatever it is that they're doing, and at that point their practice is either halfway over or almost ending up here. So get them to class on time, have them prepared and ready to go. Number two, stay and watch as often as you can. Listen, I get it. Sometimes you got to pick up one kid, drop them off for another activity, take them to another thing, get this one over here. I get that. But as often as you can, stay and watch them. Your presence, just you being there. You don't have to do much. You just have to be there. But that presence of them knowing that you're there to support them means the world to them, even if they don't show it. Number three, now, if you're staying and watching, don't do this. Don't coach from the sidelines. You are not the coach. You are the parent. Let them stay focused. Now, you might be thinking, well, my kid's just not paying attention. He's looking over here. He's running over here. I get that, but let them stay focused here. Let the coaches do their job. Let them do what they need to do. The second you start interfering and you start getting involved and you start telling them to pay attention, to lift their knee, to lift the elbow, whatever it is that they're doing, the second you start getting involved there, you're taking their attention away from what's happening. Even if you don't think they're paying attention, trust me, they are engaged in the class. They're engaged on the field, whatever sport they're doing, they're there. They're focused there, but we're going to pull them away to focus on you wanting to tell them to lift their knee a little bit higher, to do this. You're not the coach, you're the parent. Just be there to support them, cheer for them. Number four, praise effort, not talent. So I hear this all the time. Your sidekick was the best sidekick. You had the best, fastest kick. Praise their effort. Tell them they did a good job. Tell them they worked hard. Tell them how proud you are of how much effort they put in. Tell them you saw them struggling through those push-ups, or you saw them struggle to run to the end of the line and get there and you were proud of them for their effort. Praise the effort, not the talent. Number five, practicing at home is a bond, not a battle. Listen, again, we're not the coaches when we're at home. We are mom and dad. Don't try to coach them. Turn this into a bonding experience. Have fun with them. They are not going to do it the exact same way that they do it in class. The environment is different. Your house is different. It is not the mats. It is not the field. It is an entirely different place. So if we try to expect the same exact results that they do on the field or on the mats, we're not going to have the same thing. We're going to get frustrated, and then it turns into a battle. And then guess what they don't want to do? They don't want to practice with you. They don't want to bond with you. They don't want to spend that time with you. Turn practicing into a bonding experience, not a chore, not a battle, not something they feel forced to do, something that they want to do because they get to spend time with you doing the thing that they enjoy, getting to show you what they're capable of doing. Is it going to look the same? Is it going to look as good? Is it going to look as fast? Probably not, but that's okay. Have fun with it. Number six, never punish with their passion. We heard all the time, you know what, they haven't been keeping this up at home here. They're not doing this here, so I'm going to pull them out of martial arts. I'm going to pull them out of baseball. I'm going to pull them off of the sport that they love. Why would you take them away from the one thing that's teaching them discipline and focus, all of these things that are going to help them? Don't punish their passion because they're not doing something. So again, they might not be, go talk to the coaches. Get some backup, get some feedback. How can you get the coaches to have your back to help get them to do the things at home that they're not doing? Are their grades slipping? The coaches have a lot of influence in them and importance in telling them what it is that they need to do and what things they need to keep accomplishing. The importance of studying, the importance of making their bed, the importance of doing the dishes, the importance of taking the garbage out, all of the chores and things that you want them to do. Talk to the coaches about it, but don't punish and pull them away just because they're not doing that. You might think it's the right answer in the moment, but trust me, in the long run, it doesn't work. Number 7, be the calm, not the critic. When they've had a bad class, they've had a bad match, a bad sparring match, they've had a bad game, whatever, don't be the critic. They're already critical of what they've done. They're already bringing themselves down. They're already hard on themselves. Be the calm. Don't judge them. Don't criticize them. Be there to support them. Your job is just to listen, not lecture them. Okay? Offer them the advice. Hear them out. Where did they go wrong? Let them analyze and figure out what happened. Did they lose the sparring match? Let them figure out what it is that they did wrong. Okay? But if we come in with all the answers and all of this stuff here, we're going to sound just like we're lecturing and criticizing them. Even though it might come across that we're trying to care for them, again, be the calm, not the critic. We've got to let them process. We got to let them bounce back, and we got to help them bounce back, and we got to push them through that. Number 8, ask the coach, not your kid. Your 12-year-old, your 10-year-old, your 11-year-old, and certainly not your 5-year-old knows exactly what it is that they need to do to get better. So when you ask the kids, hey, what do you need to do? What do you need to practice? What do you need to do? And we hear this, I don't know. Okay? They don't know. They've just done the practice. They've just done the work. They're still thinking about all of these things. They don't know. Go and talk to the coaches. What event is happening? Don't ask the kids, ask the coaches. Get on the newsletters. Pay attention to the Facebook groups, all of those things there. But go talk to the coach. If it's progress for your child that you're looking for, don't ask the kids, ask the coaches. Number 9, and this one here is really, really important to me, but you got to play the long game. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Doesn't matter what activity it is you're doing. If you are doing taekwondo, if you're doing martial arts, if you are doing baseball, if you're doing basketball, football, whatever it is, there is a process to this. You've got to play the long game. Understand that they're not going to get all of the skills down right away. They're building blocks. They've got to get the foundation. They've got to get the things in. They've got to learn the process. They've got to learn the game, the strategy, all of those things. Again, it's a long game that we're playing, and we've got to have the patience. We've got to be there for them, and we've got to push them along the way, because there's going to be times where they're going to want to quit. There's going to be times where maybe you want to quit. Play the long game here. Trust me, it always works out in the end. Okay? And when you're playing that long game, again, you would laugh at me if you signed up and I said that your child was going to black belt in 6 months. But yet we're disappointed when our kid doesn't know how to keep their hands up after the second class. It's a long game. There's a journey here. There's lots of stuff that they're trying to process. There's lots of stuff that they're trying to learn. Again, play the long game. Take your time. Number 10, your energy sets the tone. If you are frazzled, if you are frustrated, if you are upset, angry, they're going to feel that, and guess what? They're going to take that onto the mat. They're going to take that onto the field. They are going to bring that same energy. If we come in with some enthusiasm, they're going to bring that enthusiasm onto the field. When the game is done, when the class is done, and the matches are done, the competition is over, and when they come off the field, if we are frustrated and angry and upset with maybe how they performed, or maybe a coach's call or whatever it is, they're going to feel that energy. And the very next time they got to step back onto the field, the very next time they got to step back onto the mats, guess what? They're going to be thinking, what is my mom or dad going to be thinking when I get off the field here? What if I don't perform to the expectation or the standard that I think that they have for me? What if I don't do that? They're going to be upset. They're going to be angry. Again, going back to an earlier one, be the calm, not the critic. Number 11, again, another one here that really, really matters a lot to me, but you have to let them struggle. It is okay. You are going to see them fumble. You are going to see them fall. That is part of the learning process, and guess what? You are not always going to be there to save them, so they might as well figure it out in a controlled environment where it is okay to struggle. It is okay to suffer. It is okay to learn to fall and bounce back up, but that's what we've got to teach them. Let them struggle. Don't go in there and try to save them. They had a tough match. Don't go and yell at the other kid or at the coaches or at the referees just because your kid didn't perform the same way. Don't go yell at the umpires just because the other team beat yours. guess what? They've got to struggle. They've got to learn to lose the same way they've got to learn to win. In fact, it is a more important skill set to learn, so that way they learn how to bounce back from that struggle. Because guess what? The struggle is coming. The storm is coming. Something is going to happen to them, and it is going to happen fast. It is going to happen often, and it's going to happen a lot in their life. And if they don't learn in this environment here how to struggle, but how to overcome it on their own, they're going to have a really tough time in life. Number 12, trust the process, okay? Trust the process, even if it feels slow at times, okay? There are micro wins every single class, every single practice that they go to. There's these tiny little things that they're building, even when we don't see it, and it is really hard to see it. But again, playing the long game, taking that time, seeing the progress over time, develop and grow, trust me, we've got to really trust the process. There is time, okay? It might seem boring. It might seem difficult. It might seem hard. But we got to remember, coaches, they see those little wins. They see those things that they're doing. And guess what? I'm here to tell you, your kids don't need to win to grow, okay? They don't need to win every single sparring match to get better. They're going to lose. Trust me, they're going to get better. Trust the process. Number 13, hold the standard at home, okay? Coaches, instructors, martial arts, sports, all of them. When we ask something from your kids, what do we expect? A response. Yes, sir. Yes, coach. Yes, ma'am. Okay, we expect that response from them. Hold that same standard at home. Yes, mom. Yes, dad. Okay, when we tell them to do something and we tell them to go and do a certain number of kicks, to go spar certain rounds, to go skip the rope, to go throw the ball, we expect a response, and we expect them to do it right away. Hold the same standard at home, okay? If they're not doing something the first time, okay, you didn't get a response that you were waiting for, ask them, did you guys hear me? Did you hear me? What did I say? Oh, go do the dishes? Yes, mom? Yes, dad? Hold them to the same standard, okay? And make sure they do it, okay? Again, we got to do that. We've got to push them through it. We can't get frustrated at it. We've got to hold the standard. Number 14, ask about the class, not just if they had fun. Get a little inquisitive about it. Okay, my favorite question to ask my kids, whether it is about school or it is about practice or it is about martial arts or whatever it is, whatever activity they did, what was your favorite thing you got to do? Okay, that question right there, they're going to answer back with something. Now, if it's school, guess what? 9 times out of 10, the favorite thing they got to do was recess or lunch. And that's fine. Well, what did you get to do at lunch? What did you get to do at recess? Then I'm going to start asking those questions. What was your favorite part about that? What was your favorite part about class? Oh, I loved doing the kicks on the bag. I loved hitting them. It was so much fun. Oh, what was the funnest part? You got to hit them hard or fast? What was the drill? What did you get to do? Oh, we got to kick as fast as we can. We were trying to do as many kicks as we could do in a minute, and I got the most kicks. I got 67 kicks in a minute. Okay? Like those kinds of questions start bleeding into it. Did you have fun? Maybe, maybe not. But again, start asking about the class. Start asking about the practice. And again, try that one there. What was your favorite part about class? What was your favorite part about your day? What was the favorite part about practice? Number 15, support the team, not just your child. Again, whether it's a martial arts class, cheer for the class. Okay, not just your child. Cheer for the team that your kid plays baseball for or basketball for. Cheer for the team, not just your child. Okay, when we show our kids that we can support the other teams, the other parents, and all the people involved, guess what? They're going to have that same attitude going in with the rest of the team. They're going to be able to support the team. They're going to learn that behavior from us. Okay, it's important. Get to know the parents. You guys are sitting there watching martial arts class. Get to know the parents beside you. Okay, your kid trains with a certain kid often enough here, and you go in there and they're practicing together. Get to know that parent a little bit. Show your kids that you too can also make some friends, that you can mingle here, that you can chat here, and that you can get to know the other people. It's going to encourage them to then do the same. Get to know the parents. Create that community with each other. Your kids learn sportsmanship by how you act. Number 16, don't expect black belt behavior when your kid's a white belt. Okay, they've just started. Okay, don't expect them to have the skills of a black belt. When we start looking ahead and we start saying, oh, well, my kid's not doing this. Well, yeah, they're black belts, they're green belts, they're blue belts. Well, my kid can't throw the ball as fast as this kid. Well, they've been playing for 2-3 extra years. Okay, again, don't expect black belt behavior or black belt skills from your white belt kid. Okay, when you look at those black belts, when you look at those green belts, when you look at the kids who have been playing for 2, 3, 4 years, okay, look at it as that's where my child is going to be. I'm excited for that. When I see my kid and I see a black belt on the floor, I don't think like, oh man, my kid doesn't do that. How come he doesn't do the spins? How come he can't go as fast? How come he can't do this? I'm thinking, wow, I can't wait for him in another year, another 2, another 3, for him to look like that. I can't wait for him to be that fast. That's going to be so exciting. Look at them. And I start to see and I start to think, I don't compare it to them. I start to see from them. Number 17, repetition is the secret. Don't complain when the drills get boring, okay? Those boring reps, those are the ones that are going to build the skills that they're going to need later on. You can't complain when the drills start to feel repetitive. That's where the game is built. How many times do you think I've done a front kick? How many times do you think I've done a turning kick? How many times do you think I've done chun-ji? Okay? How many times do you think I've sparred? Okay? Those reps. That greatness is built in those reps. Number 18, model what you want to see. You want them to have better focus? Put your phone away. When you're watching them practice, don't get on your phone. Watch them. Pay attention to them. Film them. Record them. Be proud of them. Okay? You want them to model respect of the coaches, and you as a parent, respect the coaches. When you talk about the coaches at home, how are you talking about them? Okay? You want them to have respect for the other classmates, the other teammates, the other people in that room there. Don't talk bad about the other kids in front of your kids. Okay? They're going to model that. They're going to model that. They're going to copy it, and they're going to end up doing exactly what it is that you do. Okay? You want them off that phone? Get off the phone. Number 19, stay committed even when they're not. Trust me, they're going to go through dips. They're going to go through slumps. They're going to go through all of these things. They're going to have a tough day at school. They're not going to want to go to practice. They're not going to want to go to class. Trust me, it is going to happen. But the consistency that you bring is going to be what pushes them and keeps them on the path. So even when it feels like they're losing that motivation, it's up to you to stay consistent. Is practice on Tuesday and Thursday? Get them to class on Tuesday and Thursday, no matter what. Are they tired? Too bad, because guess what? They have practice on Tuesday and Thursday. Be prepared. Get them to class. Number 20, celebrate growth, not just medals. Trust me, the medals, the trophies, all of that stuff fades. But how about your child stepping into the ring for the very first time and conquering their fear of getting hit? How about the first time they step on the pitcher's mound and they've got to be the pitcher? They're the one that the team is relying on to strike everything out. How about the first time they did that and they conquered that fear? They were so afraid, but guess what? They did it. They overcame. Celebrate those things, okay? Those trophies, trust me, they come, they go. They feel good, but trust me, the growth, that's something that we got to celebrate. Number 21, stop taking the blame for them. If they forgot their cup, if they forgot their belt, if they forgot their uniform, if they forgot their hat, if they forgot their glove, if they forgot their sparring gear, it is their fault. They forgot it, not you. Okay? Don't jump in there again to rescue them. When the coach asks them, where's their belt, where's their glove, let them answer it. Okay? Don't teach them to put the blame on you. It is their stuff. Start teaching them to pack their own bag. Again, if you have a 12-year-old that you're still packing the bag for, you're still putting the belt on them, we've got a different issue there, and that's something that is on you guys. You guys have to start teaching them how to put their own stuff away. When my kids forget their stuff, it is not my fault. It is theirs, okay? Not mine, theirs. It's their belt. It's their bag. It's their gear. They have to get it to class. And finally, number 22, stop comparing your kids to other kids. Whether your kid is better or worse, it does not matter. Stop comparing them to other kids. I hear this one all the time. Well, how come this person's getting this because my kid is this? Stop comparing your kid to other kids. Stop comparing them. If they're better, you're going to inflate them. If they're worse, you're going to deflate them. Focus on their journey and where they are on their path and whether they are better than they were yesterday. Listen, parents, at the end of the day, your kids don't need a perfect parent. They need a consistent one. Show up, stay the course, and trust the process. You're not just raising a black belt overnight. You're training a champion for life, okay? Enjoy the process. Enjoy the time with them. Encourage them, and keep moving forward. Trust me. Hey, listen, parents, I hope you guys enjoyed that episode. If you guys did, I would truly appreciate a like, a subscribe. Share the show if you know somebody that needs to hear the message here. I would greatly appreciate it here. And if some of it stung a little bit, I apologize. I'm sorry, but not sorry. But sometimes it's just the stuff that we need to hear, even as parents, okay? And trust me, even I need to learn some of these lessons here too. It's okay. We've all got learning to do. We've all got practice to do. We're not perfect. Trust me. The coaches, we also are not perfect too. Okay? So I got my own stuff for them as well. But listen, guys, if you guys found value in that, please share the show. Please like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And I hope you all have a great day. And we'll see you guys all on the next episode.